blown away here. It's raining sideways, another beautiful day in paradise. I'm wondering, yeah, I could probably hop this fence. Hey everybody, welcome to the Lunar Lowdown with me, Sally Nurney, in a pink raincoat on the coast of our beautiful country. This is the Lunar Lowdown for the full moon of the 12th of January, 2017. Super appropriate to be outside in this dramatic weather because this could be a very dramatic and powerful full moon for us. The sun and moon are opposite from one another as they are at every full moon. The sun is at 27 degrees of the Archer of Sagittarius, and across the way, getting all that light, the full moon at 27 degrees Gemini. They're working their polarity, their opposition, but they also are working with some friends at exactly 90 degrees to each of them. We have Jupiter at 27 degrees of Virgo, and across the way, Uranus at 25 Pisces. So pretty tight Grand Cross. If you've been following my work or the work of other astrologers, you'll know that we've been bombarded with Grand Crosses a couple of years back through all this intensity. And really, you have to negotiate with all these energies. Imagine being surrounded, front, back, side, energies wanting to push into the middle, wanting to have the microphone. Having said that, when I dropped in for this full moon, I found enthusiasm from the Archer. You may remember the new moon 2 weeks ago, speaking to that very powerful and directed being that is horse and human being, has the power and groundedness of the animal kingdom with the intellect and powers of the human being, the best of our powers. So that Archer being, that celestial Archer, really has an incredible amount of potency and power and focus. And when I dropped into this full moon with these extra players, I saw that the shape merely was a crossbow to the Archer. So basically an up notch from the simple bow and arrow to this incredible force. And that can be an upside and a downside. I saw that the Archer wants to push through no matter what, and we got some cautions about that. First and foremost, I saw the moon in Gemini with that beautiful man in the moon face. That man in the moon was startled to see the Archer galloping right into him, wanting the Archer to back off a little, or was feeling the pressure to make decisions quickly and wanted to instead weigh the options and think about things longer, and just feeling a lot of pressure. So that may be one of the things we feel. Also, Jupiter and Uranus on the sides, they really want to expand and make things more sustainable, more healthy, less toxic, and free us up from any of the places where we bind ourselves with limiting beliefs, limiting thoughts, limiting behaviors, practices, habits. I think you know what I'm talking about. What I really got from the moon is that this is the cycle within which you want to be careful about freaking out. You know, we want to have steady nerves. Imagine riding a horse and jumping over some obstacles. You want to really watch your breath, stay cool, and relax and ride, because any tensing up, any panicking at this point is going to spook that animal nature underneath you and send everything topsy-turvy and you flying off the front of that horse. Not what we want to see happen. You're going to do best if you're willing to integrate the gifts that Jupiter and Uranus are bringing from the side. And the moon really is driving this. The moon in Gemini points out that we have lots of friends, we have lots of resources, we have lots of support, seen and unseen. But the Archer is convinced he has to do it on his own, he has to push through by himself. Watch for this kind of thinking. Calm yourself down, find breath, and find your allies. This isn't a time to be forcing your way through. Instead, you want to calm down and ride this very quick horse that's galloping, perhaps bringing it back into a canter or some sort of quick walk, so that you can really be aware of your environment, the resources around you, the friends and allies that you have to help you get your work done, to get your projects moving in their incremental steps forward, even just turning into the right direction towards your goals. The moon is hopeful that the archer can quiet her fires just enough to allow these other beings to augment the sun's power if the archer allows it. What do you need to do to let in a little more help this cycle? When I sat in the perspective of the full moon in that panicked face, she did perceive what a tight squeeze it is for this archer coming, and also Jupiter and Uranus wanting to all come into this bottleneck towards her emotionally. And there was a sense from Jupiter that there isn't enough space for me to fit into this moment, to which Uranus fell into fits of giggles, because nothing is permanent. I mean, let these oceanic waves show us that, as they each roll in, crest, and fade away, and yet they perpetually keep coming. And so as we sit here at the beach, we perceive the ocean as being permanent, yet it's constantly in flux, and it's a new wave every time. This Grand Cross shows us the stuck places, the stalemates, where we're fighting against ourselves, maybe others, rather than bringing the whole group on board. Remember that the archer is capable of great things and only wants you to expand into who you are as your most exalted human being. This full moon is teaching us how to not lose our nerve, to hold steady as we ride the horse of our own life down the path with a lot of movement around us, so we don't spook that horse beneath us, that we can hold our seat and ride on gracefully. As always, thanks so much for watching. That's it from me, Soggy Me, Happy Me. Blessings, everybody. Bye.